welcome back to the Lifin podcast where there's no filters, just the real. Today, my name is Darian Powles, and I'm here with the Alderwoman of the 24th Ward, Monique Scott, our special guest, and Zach. So first of all, today, we wanted to ask you a few questions. The first question is, what inspired you to enter public service and become the Alderwoman of the 24th Ward?
I'm going to try to keep it short. So it started from childbirth. My mom was a public servant, my dad, and also my brother. I was working at the Park District at the time and needed a little bit more to fulfill the community. And the opportunity came, and I took it.
That's smart. Okay. Could I ask what park that you started off?
So I started off at Home and Square on Arthington in the 24th Ward, and then I was promoted to my own park on 35th and Ellis in Bronzeville. Thought I was cheating on my community, but it's still serving my people. And so I always, most of my jobs have been here in the 24th Ward. And so when I went to 35th, like I said, I thought I was cheating on my community because I was serving another community, but it's still serving my people. So I got the same benefit.
Okay. What are some of your biggest accomplishments you achieved since taking office?
Oh, wow. So since taking office, you haven't seen it yet, but it's coming on Roosevelt and Costner. It's a $66 million project that's going to be right on Roosevelt and Costner. We brought Peoria Meats to the 24th Ward. They opened in September. Mm-hmm. We brought Grace Manor to the 24th Ward. It's a 100% affordable housing unit that's on Ogden and Holman. We bought new housing from Home and Square Foundation and North Lawndale Development, about new modular homes to the community, probably about, I'll say 15 in total. So the premise of and Soleil and the Soul Food Lounge has been on my watch. Those are two sit-down restaurants which we haven't had in probably the last 50 years. And I'm proud because my job is to be a marketing person for the community, to bring new businesses and new homes into the community.
I like Soleil, so I feel like. The next question is, what challenges do you believe are the most urgent within the 24th Ward, and how are you working to solve them? So
the most challenge for me is making sure that we're seen. So if this is the community that you all were born in and reared, and you see so much disinvestment. And so, to me, that comes from administrations. And so, making sure that the administration know we exist, know that the 24th Ward is on the map, and to continue to give us our just due. It is a human right for us to have development. It's a human right for us to have economic development, and not to see all of these vacant lots, to build on them. And so a challenge is making sure that we get equitable investments as any other community in the city of Chicago.
Okay. So I have a question for you. So how do you, with you being so close into the community, how do you stay connected with residents to ensure their voices are truly heard?
So my office is open from 9 o'clock to 5 o'clock, Monday through Thursday, 9 to 3. You can call, and that's where you can do all your service. I make sure that I attend events so that my community sees me. I make sure that I go to meetings. I make sure that I have meetings. So I send out newsletters. I knock doors. I go to the park districts. I just try to make sure that I'm seen so that my community know that it's most people look at politicians and put them up here. I don't consider myself like that. This is the community that I was born and reared in. I've been here for 53 years, and I have not wavered from my community, and this is the foundation of myself and me being a single mom, raising my daughter. This is our community, and I guess if we start considering our neighborhood instead of the hood and a community, we can appreciate and bring more impact to our community.
I agree. And improve it as well. You spoke on, working closely with businesses such as Soleil. What initiatives are you focusing on to improve the communities and opportunities for youth within this community?
So for my youth, I probably am doing a poor job at focusing on my youth. I visit the Park District, but I haven't tapped into really my teens like I usually do. Me coming from the Park District, that's the park. Kids are my babies. Like everybody that walk into the park were my babies. And taking on this role, I've found that I've catered more to not just one group, which I need to get back to my kids. And because now it's time for you all. You all are of voting age, and you all are of age to make decisions. And I think that you bringing that to light is something that I need to focus on our youth, because you all are the next me, the next commissioner, the next possibly president, the next CEO. So it's important that I make sure that I bring more resources here for you all.
Okay, that was
Which, by the way, I had somebody to reach out to someone here, and I wanted True Star to be a part of the Riot Fest, so that you all can film, interview. I just think that this would be a great opportunity for True Star. So I did have Marcus Betts reach out to, I don't remember the person's name, but I do want you all to be a part of that for me.
That's good. That bounces off right to the next question. So how do you see the role of young people in shaping the future of North Lawndale?
So really getting into, shaping the future, politics is it's some of the way, but really being active in your community. So listen to this, and listen to this good, so you're getting out of school. Lawndale sits on 3,000 vacant lots. 3,000. That means that businesses are gone, houses are gone, community members are gone. It is a way for you to come back home, to reinvest in your community, to build in your community, to start a business in your community, and start a business where it's not a for-profit business. And then if you want to do something nonprofit, then you do something later. But it is an opportune moment for you all to capitalize on what we don't have, to make sure that we have it. It's up to you all, and I'm helping pave the way for that.
I like that answer.
A lot of people may not know this, but I'm going to school for political science, and I know a lot of our audience is also going to school and may be interested in politics. So what advice would you give to a young person, as I said, interested in politics or community leadership?
Have something that you're willing to fight for. Be honest. Don't promise anything that you can't give the result to. And really, if this is the love for your community, this is what you want to do. And it may not necessarily be politics. You can go into be an attorney. Politics is a way for you to create policy. On the aldermanic side, we don't have the luxury like our state reps and our congressmen. They can give funds, something we don't have that in the city role, because it's our taxes that we're giving back. So we're going to make you pay higher taxes and then give you business loans and everything else. So we don't have the same luxury to award companies like millions of dollars. Ours is for infrastructure and helping, we give grants. Same as other, but it's a lot different on the city side. But I will tell you, I would want you to come back home and sit in this seat and do the best that you can, because you got to think you are up against your own residents who complain every day and don't help.
Okay. So how do you balance long-term goals with day-to-day needs of the ward?
So my long-term goal is to make sure that at least we have 3,000 vacant lots. I keep pointing on that, because if you walk outside this door and you look from the right to the left, you see vacancy, right? And so I think that it's important that we continue to build and build and build and build. So my long term is to make sure that we fill all those lots. In the short term, we're building slowly. Maybe three houses here, 5 houses here, 10 houses here. So that's my short term goal. And the long term is to fill those gaps.
We're running low on time, so we only have about time for about 2 more questions.
Okay.
But my final question would be: other countries have lowered their voting age to about 16 and 17. Do you think that the United States should do the same? If so, why or why not?
I think we should keep it at 18. 16, I think that we're still learning. Even at 18, you're still learning. Everybody don't always have the right answer. At 53, I'm still learning. But I think the maturity level, probably at 18, you're a little bit more focused from when you think about where you are now to where you were at 16. Do you think you could still make those same kind of impactful decisions of, who you want as president, who you want as congressman, who you want as your alderman? I think we're at a different political level than other countries.
I agree.
I agree as well. Okay. I got one more question for you as well. So with a lot of kids being in school right now or wanting to go to school, how will you help attract local families to neighborhood schools and to the lows in enrollment schools?
So right now, an initiative that we have, Chalmers, Johnson, and Collins are all a school that CPS just awarded $40 million to do a STEM program in those schools. So we're trying to make the Chalmers and Johnson the pipeline to Collins. So both of those schools can be feeder right into Collins. And so if you offer great programs like a STEM program, then you can attract, other people. And I think that, and I'm gonna go back to this real quick. You can't have a great school, no housing, and no economic development in the community. You need all of it to work, because most people move to a community for great schools, right? Mm-hmm. Most people move to a neighborhood because they have housing. Most people move to a neighborhood because they have economic development. Well, we suffer with all three, right? And so it's my role as an alderman to make sure that we at least have 3 schools in our area to make sure that we populate them, because right now our enrollment is low in almost every single school in our community.
And that's unfortunate.
That is really unfortunate.
Well, we thank you, Alderwoman of the 24th Ward, Ms. Monique Scott. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Once again, my name is Darian, and I was here with Zay. And lastly, this is the Lifin podcast, where we keep it real without any filters. Peace.
True Star. Number one in youth media.